Freelance journalist David Axe was in Kabul, the capital of Afghanistan, in June. He looked at Afghanistan's economy and a program that provides small loans to local businesses.
Kabul is the capital of Afghanistan. It's got about 3 million people. It's up in the northeastern part of the country, and it's sort of lies in a dusty bowl surrounded by mountains. Kabul is it's a typical third world capital in a country occupied by an international coalition. Conditions in Kabul are far better than in most of the country, owing largely to the presence of so many thousands of UN, EU, NATO, US NGO people. So many foreigners in Kabul who are spending so much foreign currency that the standard of living is pretty high compared to the rest of the country. And a lot of the folks in Kabul who work in the service industries provide services actually to the internationals. So it's a pretty lavish place by Afghan standards, meaning there are restaurants, there are hotels, there's even nice little cafes with wireless internet. Now, most of these things are outside are beyond what the average Afghan can afford. But for the journalists and the aid workers and for the people in the Afghan government, they're certainly affordable. And it's hot in the summer, actually not terribly hotter than Washington, D.C., but certainly much drier and dusty. And despite the injection of billions of dollars in reconstruction funds, the infrastructure is still pretty shoddy. There's been some work on the main road that connects downtown Kabul to the airport, but a lot of the side streets are still unpaved, and the basic construction material for anything short of an international hotel is still basically a mud brick. So I went out one day in early June just to wander around Kabul and ask average Kabul residents if things were getting better for them. So I talked to a baker, I talked to a butcher, I talked to an auto mechanic, and I talked to a CD salesman. I talked to a construction foreman and also some bus drivers and some other people, just to ask them, are things getting better for you? What's your major complaint? What do you need? What do you sell here?
cassette type, cassette CD, DVD, video. Tape and DVD, CDs.
How long have you been in business?
Approximately 10 years.
10 years. So you've been here during the Taliban's reign and also in recent years where in the post-Taliban era. Have things gotten better?
Yeah. Our business got 100% better than the reign of Taliban, because in that time Taliban were really strict about music stuff, music tapes and stuff like that, so now we can do it too.
So what could you sell during the Taliban era?
در وقت طالبات چی رو میتونستی که بفروشی؟
در وقت طالبات فقط یگانه چیزی نمی کستا اسلامی را همین کستا اسلامی و کستا نه تو نمی دفاع بود دیگه.
Says that in the time of Taliban, so I could just sell, the Islamic songs without music. They were allowed.
So your sales have increased now that you can sell a greater variety of DVDs and CDs and.
حالا فعلا تجارتت دیگه خوب شده، کاستارم فروختم میتونی دیویدی دیگرم فروختم میتونی کاستای رنگارنگ فروختم.
همه چیز حال فروختم.
Yeah, we are allowed to sell everything now. DVDs, cassettes, everything.
So do you have any problems with security or with a lack of power?
کار ما هیچ کدام ممانعت نداره و نمیکنه. و هیچ کدام مشکل نداریم.
No, we don't have any problem with the government and with the security at all. We do have a problem with the electricity because most of the time we do not have electricity. We are lack of electricity. We have our own generator here, and we run our generator.
So what do you need to improve your business, to grow your business?
خودت چیز ضرورت داری به خاطر پیشبرد تجارتت؟
به خاطر پیشبرد چیز تجارت خود چیز ضرورت خود زیاد است، ولی ما اینجا نداریم. خود ما فعلا همه چیزی که میاریم از پاکستان وارد میکنیم. مشکلات بسیار زیاد داریم.
مشکلات اقتصادی داری چی هم مشکلات؟
مشکلات اقتصادی داره اینجا.
Yeah, we do have economical problems and we import all our stuff from Pakistan. Yeah, we do have music companies here to record the cassettes and do make DVDs and CDs for us, so that has got advantages for me and for my nation and for my country.
One of the major things missing in the Afghan economy is capital. There's just no money for getting things jump-started. So there are several NGOs, some American, but all foreign NGOs that are focused on providing injections of capital by way of what they call microloans, which are, by our standards, extremely small loans with very generous terms. Sometimes the loans are only a few $100s. Generally, if a microloan is, or if a loan is more than a few $1,000s, it's no longer called a microloan. But the idea is you give small business people the startup cash they need to launch a business or to grow a business, hire a new employee or tack an addition onto their store, or buy some basic equipment they need to finally, to eventually become self-sufficient, sustainably on a greater level of output. One of the NGOs that's doing microloans in Afghanistan is CHF International, which is based in Silver Spring, Maryland. CHF stands for Cooperative Housing Foundation. It used to be an NGO that worked strictly in the U.S. building public housing, or low-income housing. And now they're an international operation that uses microloans in conflict zones to help kickstart the economy. And they have offices in Kabul. They're pretty sensitive about security, so I can't give you too many details about how many people they have and where exactly they work. But the idea is they work in Afghanistan to get microloans out to entrepreneurs. But there are obstacles to making microloans work in a place like Afghanistan. First of all, because of the security situation, NGOs like CHF can't do too much advertising. They draw a lot of attention to themselves. Their workers, their offices can come under attack.